Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrim Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrim ज्ञानातिमिन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुमितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वा वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं साधुतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदां सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णविस्तवितने प्रभुपदतु प्रिय श्रीगिरिराजाय स्वामिने सुभक्तानररास्पृह विद्यमुक्तिनिश्चात्मत्याम् नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णविस्तवितने श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेषशून्य मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम् So we are reading from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, Madhya Lila, chapter 1. So we have completed Adi Lila, and it was extremely intense, very sweet, this Adi Lila, but lot of philosophy. And now let's discover what is Madhya Lila. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he gave a very nice summary of his own work of those that Adi Lila. So now let us discover what is this Madhya Lila about. The later pastimes of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this chapter, there is a summary description of all the pastimes performed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during the middle period of his activities, as well as the 6 years at the end of his activities. All of these are described in brief. So Krishnadas Kaviraj, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, oh my God, how come it's not written? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So he really has a style of writing. He's very much, such an organized writer. And you think that was he 90 years old? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was 90 years old. Like sometimes you have these elderly people, who very like, they're literate people, literary.
Mataji is frozen.
Yes.
Yes, just now.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I got lost. My internet vanished for one moment. So, yeah, I was just expressing how Srila Krishnadas Goswami, how he's so systematic. As I said last week, that I haven't studied literature, but I'm just appreciating the way it's so organized. And just see now again what he will do. So what how he writes. So he's going to write the entire middle period, meaning the Madhya, plus the Antya in this chapter. So at a glance, so at a glance, we know what's the story. There's also a description of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstasy that occurred when he recited the verse beginning Ya Komara Haraha, as well as a description of how that ecstasy was explained in the verse beginning Priya Soyam Krishna by Srila Rupa Goswami. Because he wrote that verse, Srila Rupa Goswami was specifically blessed by the Lord. There is also a description of the many books written by Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, and Srila Jiva Goswami. There is also a description of the meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, and Srila Sanatan Goswami in the village known as Ramakeli. So, frankly speaking, I could never understand why there seemed to be repetition, in this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now I know why. Because actually Krishnadas Goswami, he's giving summary, then he's elaborating somewhere else, right? We follow what he's doing. Okay, let's read text 1. Yasya prasadad agyopi sadya sarvagyataham vrajet Sashri Chaitanya Devu me Bhagavan Samprasidatu. Even a person with no knowledge can immediately acquire all knowledge simply by the benediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, I'm praying to the Lord for his causeless mercy upon me. Anupama Madhvi, you like to read?
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Text 2. Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanandau Sahoditau Gaurdau Dai Pushpavantau Chitrau Sandau Tamonadu. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of God to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. Jayatam surato pangur mama manda matirgati mat sarvasva padambujau radha madan namohano. Glory to all merciful Radha and Madan Mohan. I am lame and ill advised, yet they are my directors, and the lotus feet are everything to me. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadroma Adha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastha Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshta Libha Seva Manyau Smarami. In the temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Sri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. Shriman Rasa Rasambi Vamsi Vata Tata Sthitaha Karshan Venu Swanir Gopinatha Shri Stunaha. May Gopinath ji, who attracts all the gopis with the song of his flute and who has begun the most melodious rasa dance on the bank of the Yamuna in Vamsivata, be merciful upon us. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandra Jaya Kripa Sindhu Jaya Jaya Sachi Sutta Jaya Dina Bandhu. All glories unto Sri Gaurahari, who is an ocean of mercy. All glories unto you, the son of Sachi Devi, for you are the only friend of all fallen souls. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Srivasadi, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories unto Lord Nityananda and Advaita Prabhu, and all glories unto all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Srivas Thakur. पूर्वे कहूली आदि लीलारा सूत्र गणा यथा विस्तारयाच्छेना दास वृंदावना. I have previously described in synopsis Adi Lila, initial pastimes which have already been fully described by Vrindavan Das Thakur. अतैवा तारामि सूत्र मात्रा कैलु एकिछु विशेष सूत्र मध्ये कैलु. I have therefore given only a synopsis of those incidents, and whatever specifics were to be related have already been given in that synopsis. एबे कही शेष लीलारा मुख्य सूत्र गण प्रभुरा अशेष लीला नायया वर्णना. To describe the unlimited pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not possible, but I now wish to relate the chief incidents and give a synopsis of those pastimes occurring at the end. तारा मध्ये भाग दास वृंदावन चैतन्य मंगले विस्तारी करिला वर्णन शेई भागे राह्यान सूत्र मात्र लिखिबा ताहा ए विशेष किछु इहान विस्तारिबा. I shall describe only in synopsis that portion which Vrindavan Das Thakur has described very elaborately in his book Chaitanya Mangal. Whatever incidents are outstanding, however, I shall later elaborate. चैतन्य लीलारा व्यास दास वृंदावन तानरा अज्ञाय करो तानरा उच्छिष्ट चरवणा. Actually, the authorized compiler of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, the incarnation of Vyasadeva. Only upon his orders I am trying to chew the remnants of the food that he has left. Bhakti kari shire dhari tanhara charana shesh lirara sutra gana kari varnana. Placing his lotus feet upon my head in great devotion, I shall now describe in summary the Lord's final pastimes.
Yes, Anupama Mishra, you want to read?
जब 20 वत्सर प्रभुर गृहे अवस्थान तहाँ ये करीला लीला आदि लीला नाम. For 24 years, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at home, and whatever pastimes he performed during that time are called the Adi Leela. 26 वत्सर शेषे ये माघ मास तारा शुक्ल पक्षे प्रभु करेला sannyas. At the end of his 24th year, in the month of Magh, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, the Lord accepted the renounced order of his life, sannyasa. Sannyasa kariya jab वत्सर अवस्थान तहाँ ये लीला तारा शेष लीला नाम. After accepting sannyasa, Lord Chaitanya remained within this material world for another 24 years. Within this period, whatever pastimes he enacted are called the Shesha Leela, or pastimes occurring at the end.
Yeah, so this is 48 years, right? This is 24 before sannyas and 24 after sannyas. That was the time period for which he was manifest. So meaning month of Magh, that says January, February. So meaning next month is going to be the anniversary of his sannyas, right? Yeah, go on.
शेष लीलार मध्य अंत्य दुई नाम है लीला भेदे वैष्णव सब नाम भेद काय. The final pastimes of the Lord occurring in his last 24 years are called Madhya and Antya, middle and final. All the devotees of the Lord refer to his pastimes according to these divisions. Tara Madhye Chaya Vatsar Gamana Gamana Nilachal Gauda Setubandha Vrindavan. For 6 years of the last 24, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled all over India, from Jagannath Puri to Bengal and from Cape Comorin to Vrindavan.
So why is Sethuban called Cape Comorin? Why is this? The name is Sethuban, right? But why is it called?
Ramchandra ji made the bridge from Rameshwaram.
Yeah, so why is it called Cape Comorin?
I think it's
Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari. But
Hmm.
why is it called Cape Comorin? They changed
It's the
the name?
British name,
It's
Mother.
the modern name, maybe.
Oh, they
Yeah.
changed the name.
The name Comorin came
Yeah.
from the Dutch, later adopted as Cape Comorin by the British, before the Indian government restored the official name to Kanyakumari.
Oh, okay. All right. So Sethuban is Kanyakumari. Okay. Why Kanyakumari? Why is it called Kanyakumari? Is it a temple of Meenakshi is there? Or? Oh, okay.
Something.
All right. All right. Yeah, Shashi, you want to read? Text 20. You can unmute. Shashi? Unmute. We are not hearing you. You have to unmute. Can you unmute? You can't unmute?
Can
Okay,
you unmute her? Siddhi?
I'm trying to find out. I don't know what happened.
Mataji, you unmute all of us and then mute. Probably she'll get
Yeah.
unmuted.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Where's Shashi now? Oh God, I can't find her.
Huh?
Find her on this mute list. I don't know what happened. Okay, Indira Radha, you can read.
Mataji, I put on another phone.
All right, okay.
She is now. She's
Yeah,
okay now.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Shashi.
Where are you, Shashi?
Yeah. तहाँ ये ही लीला तारे मध्य लीला नामा तारा पाछे लीला अंत्य लीला अभिधाना.
You have to get off the other phone. Because there's double echo.
Yes,
You
Mataji.
have to, yeah. All right. Yeah, now you can read.
How can I help you?
All the pastimes performed by the Lord in those places are known as the Madhya Lila, and whatever pastimes were performed after that are called the Antya Lila. Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, Antya Lila Ara, Ebe Madhya Lilara, Kichu Kare Vistara. The pastimes of the Lord are therefore divided into three periods, the Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila. Now I shall very elaborately describe the Madhya Lila. अस्तादसे वर्षे केवल नीलाचले स्थिति अपनी आचारी जीवे शिखाले bhakti. For 18 continuous years, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at Jagannath Puri and through his personal behavior instructed all living entities in the mode of devotional service. तारा मध्य नीला छाया वत्सारे भक्त गणा संगे Prema Bhakti Pravartale Nritya Gita Range. Of these 18 years at Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent 66 years with his many devotees. By chanting and dancing, he introduced the loving service of the Lord. Nityananda Gosha Nire, Pathale Goda Deshe, Tenu Gora Desha, Bhashale Prema Rasa. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Nityanand Prabhu from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, which is known as Gora Desha, and Lord Nityanand Prabhu overflooded that country with the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Sahaji Nityananda, Krishna Premodama, Prabhu Agyane Kaile, Yaha Taha Prema Dana. Sri Nityanand Prabhu is by nature very much inspired by rendering transcendental loving service to Lord Sri Krishna. Now, being ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he distributed this loving service anywhere and everywhere. Tanhare Charane More, Koti Namaskar, Chaitanyare Bhakti Yenho, Luyale Samasara. I offer innumerable obeisance unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityanand Prabhu, who is so kind that he spread the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. Chaitanya Goshani Yanre Bhale Bada Bhai Tenu Kahe More Prabhu Chaitanya Gosani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to address Nityanand Prabhu as his elder brother, whereas Nityanand Prabhu addresses Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his Lord. Yadyapi apani hai Prabhu Balaram Tathapi Chaitanya Yera Kare Dasha Abhimana. Although Lord Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balram himself, he nonetheless always thinks of himself as the eternal servant of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Seva Chaitanya Gao Lo Chaitanya Nama Chaitanya Ye Bhakti Kare Sei Mora Prana. Nityanand Prabhu requested everyone to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chant his glories and utter his name. Nityanand Prabhu claimed that person to be his life and soul, who rendered devotional service unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. E Mota Loke Chaitanya Bhakti Loela Dina Hina Nindaka Sabare Nistra Lila. In this way, Sri Nityanand Prabhu introduced the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone without discrimination. Even though the people were fallen souls and blasphemers, they were delivered by this process.
So this is so this is the Namhata, and this is what's going on now. So Shri Nityananda Prabhu. So just see how instruction of Guru is very, very empowering. When you're given an instruction by the spiritual master, you're given, you get extraordinary strength. So we see here how when Mahaprabhu told, yes, text 24, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda Prabhu from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, which is known as Goradesh. Bengal is known as Goradesh. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu overflooded that country with the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Devahuti, can you mute? Devahuti, can you mute? Can you mute, Devahuti?
No, Mataji, I can hear you. There's a problem with my. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm saying mute yourself. Just mute because we are hearing you shouting. I don't know how it's happening here. Oh no, I can't. Okay. All right. She's muted now. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm just saying that when Mahaprabhu or the spiritual master or any authority gives you a service, that's an authority meaning who you love. who you appreciate, whom you're submissive. When they give you a service, it's as if, you can be a Hanuman, and then you do the impossible. So Nityananda Prabhu is by nature very much inspired in rendering transcendental loving service to Lord Krishna. And now, being ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he distributed this loving service anywhere, everywhere. Meaning, by nature, he's already merciful, but when he was ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he got extraordinarily merciful. And this is what happened, like Prabhupada. Wherever he went to America. And what situation? He had only one word in his lotus mouth: order of my spiritual master. Right? So here we find this with Nityananda Prabhu. So although he's by nature very much inspired in rendering transcendental loving service to Lord Krishna, now being ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he distributed this loving service anywhere and everywhere. So Nitai is known to be very merciful, and he preached among householders. And he started what we call the Namhata, and which today we call, Vijayapataka Maharaj. He revived that Namhata. It disappeared, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur set it again, and then again it collapsed. And then again, Jayapataka Maharaj brought it up and made it very much part of ISKCON. So it's like this, something is happening very nice, and then it collapses, and then somebody comes and fixes it, it goes up, and then again it collapses. So it's all the time going on, and we have to be lucky to be part of Krishna's movement. We really have to be lucky. So if we are coming in touch with, like when the wave is riding very high, we are on a crest, we should catch it, because we don't know when it will come down. Anyway, this is Indian politics, but Indian history, how India was like flourishing in all ways and then came down, and now they say that it's again coming up, but I don't know what that means, coming up, because I don't know. I hope you're not going to go and live another century to witness India, right? All of us? Or are we making a plan to live another century to witness the the upward journey of India, and then we don't know what's going to happen, right? I hope not. So yeah, so this is the Namhata. Yeah, I was speaking of Namhata. I went on a tangent. Yeah, so Namhata was established and re-established, and then re-established now in ISKCON, which is very huge. This is what we call the congregation movement. So in this way, Srila Nityananda Prabhu introduced the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone without discrimination, even though the people were fallen souls and blasphemers. They were delivered by this process. So what were they? Dina Hina Nindaka Sabara Nishtarila. Amazing thing that we saw in ISKCON, well, is that in a temple of ISKCON, you find the North Indians and the South Indian, they are both coming together and they are worshipping. Otherwise it was like South Indian is like their own company, North Indian their own company. But when you come to Hare Krishna movement, you find both of them. Isn't it? It was something remarkable. So this is due to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. All right. Indira Radha, you want to read?
Hare Krishna. We are text 29, no?
Yes. 31.
Okay. Is it? तबे प्रभु व्रजे पथैला रूप सनातन प्रभु अपनाया दुए भाई ऐला Vrindavan. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then sent the two brothers, Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami, to Braja. By his order, they went to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Bhakti Pachariya Sarva Tirtha Prakashila Madana Gopala Govindera Seva Pracharila. After going to Vrindavan, the brothers preached devotional service and discovered many places of pilgrimage. They specifically initiated the service of Madan Mohan and Govindaji.
Yeah,
Nana
so
Shastra,
yeah, 1 minute. So Indradyumna Swami, he actually, so he takes the devotees to Jaipur to visit the deities. Madan Mohan, Govind Dev Ji. Everybody loves Govind Dev Ji and Gopinath Ji. And he tells the history. He tells the history of these places. So if you get the opportunity and if Maharaj is going, please join his trip. Make it a point to join his trip. He usually goes for Kartik. I think this year he went to Mayapur, but otherwise, I don't know how it works. Maybe alternate year he goes to Vrindavan. And do accompany, at least if you can't, then go on his YouTube channel. Just type Indradyumna Swami lectures and everything will pop up. And you look for Govind Dev Ji or the Jaipur Yatra and listen. Tune of being personally present with him on the yatra, that's the best. There's nothing comparable to this. Take on.
Nana Shastra Ani Kaila Bhakti Granthasara Muda Adhama Janere Ten Ho Karila Nishtara. Both Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami brought various scriptures to Vrindavan and collected the essence of these by compiling many scriptures on devotional service. In this way, they delivered O rascals and fallen souls. Shri Srinivas Acharya has sung Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipuno Sattharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajanan Nandena Mattakliko Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. It's a beautiful song, this one.
Yes.
The 6 Goswamis under the direction of Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Sanatan Goswami studied various Vedic literatures and picked up the essence of them. The devotional service of the Lord. This means that all the Goswamis wrote many scriptures on devotional service with the support of the Vedic literature. Devotional service is not a sentimental activity. The essence of Vedic knowledge is devotional service. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Vedescha sarveraham eva vidya. All the Vedic literature aims at understanding Krishna. And how to understand Krishna? Through devotional service has been explained by Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. With evidence from all Vedic literatures, they have put it so nicely that even a rascal or first-class fool can be delivered by devotional service under the guidance of the Goswamis. He's describing us now.
Yes, well, what we can understand from this that see, essence of the Vedic literature is to know Krishna, and there may be different ways to know Krishna, but this devotional service is the best. Actually, last Wednesday we had a Bhagavatam class, and it was just one verse that Srila Prabhupada, he wrote such a huge purport on it. And very elaborate. So if you have the opportunity, you can listen to that lecture. We'll post it on YouTube. Right now it's on Facebook. So you can go on our Facebook page and find it. Otherwise, usually within a couple of weeks, it gets shifted to our YouTube page, YouTube channel. So how this devotional service is easy, I can't repeat that class because it was such a revelation. So if you can listen to it, Canto 6, chapter 4, I can't remember the verse, forgot the verse number. But it's the prayers, Hamsa Guhya prayers. Very, very, how devotional service is simple and how it puts us in touch with Krishna. And why is it that we are finding it easy and simple? It's because the Goswamis, they made it simple for us. That's the secret. So what did they do? They removed, so they studied scrutinizingly, they studied all the Vedic literature so that we are not lost. So many things is said in the Vedic literature. So they picked up the essence of them, which is the devotional service, made it concentrated and give it to us. Now you do this. So that's why both Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami brought various scriptures to Vrindavan and collected the essence of these by compiling many scriptures and devotional service. In this way, they delivered all rascals and fools, Muddha, Adhama, Janera, the fallen souls. And remember that in Kali Yuga, people are happy to fall down. They are doing their best to fall down. They're doing their best to break their relative principles. And when they fall down, they want to pull you also along with them, right? So this is Kali Yuga. Yeah, we are very, very sorry, One girl yesterday walked in our office. A pretty girl, very pretty girl. And obviously she was a cultured girl. And then I don't know what that means. So I say, where do you stay? So she's telling me, I stay this. So, she's from this place, from South India, and she's staying here in Mumbai, etc., etc. I said, yes, I'm staying here with my partner and my dog. So I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. So I didn't dare ask. But by good luck, she walked in our office. And we don't know what Mahaprabhu may do for her. I have no idea. All right. Continue. Who's reading, Indira Radha?
Prabhu Prabhu Agnaya Kailasabha Sastrera Ichara Vajerani Goda Bhakti Karila Prachar. The Goswamis carried out the preaching work of devotional service on the basis of an analytical study of all confidential Vedic literatures. This was in compliance with the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, one can understand the most confidential devotional service of Vrindavan. Purport: this proves that bona fide devotional service is based on the conclusions of the Vedic literature. It is not based on the type of sentiment exhibited by the Prakrita Sahajas. The Prakrita Sahajas do not conserve the Vedic literatures, and they are debauchees, woman hunters, and smokers of ganja. Sometimes they give a theatrical performance and cry for the Lord with tears in their eyes. Of course, all scriptural conclusions are washed off by these tears. The Prakrita Sahajas do not realize that they are violating the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who specifically said that to understand Vrindavan and the pastimes of Vrindavan, one must have sufficient knowledge of the Shastras, Vedic literatures, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1-12, Bhaktya-shtuta Gritaya. This means that devotional service is acquired from Vedic knowledge. Tat Shada Dhana Munaya. Devotees who are actually serious attain bhakti, scientific devotional service, by hearing Vedic literatures, Bhaktya-shruta Gritaya. It is not one that one should create something out of sentimentality, because a sahajya and advocate such concocted devotional service. However, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur considered such sahajyas to be more favorable than the impersonalists, who are hopelessly atheistic. The impersonalists have no idea of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The position of the Sahajas is far better than that of the Mayavadi sannyasi. Although the Sahajas do not think much of Vedic knowledge, they nonetheless have accepted Lord Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, they mislead others from authentic devotional service.
Yeah, so all types are there, right? All types. And yeah, so especially like the women, they love Krishna. They we find them everywhere. They love Krishna. They like to do this, but they may not take sufficient time to study the Vedic literature. So therefore, this group here, I'm glad many of you are teaching. You have your own groups you're teaching, and you're teaching women. So this is very much required. That we don't become sentimental. And because then we can't progress. It will remain only as an emotion in the heart, which may, like gradually become something else. If it's not pure, it may become something else. So yes, let us remember that if we don't study, we cannot continue to progress, basically. I'll just read the next verse. It looks to be too long and I won't be able to break it. All right, text 35. Hari Bhakti Vilasa Ara Bhagavatamrita Dashama Tipani Ara Dashama Charita. Some of the books compiled by Srila Sanatana Goswami were the Hari Bhakti Vilas, Brihat Bhagavatamrita, Dashama Tippani, and Dashama Charita. So let's see what's this. Purport. In the first wave of the book known as the Bhakti Ratnakar, it is said that Sanatana Goswami understood Srimad Bhagavatam by thorough study and explained it in his commentary known as Vaishnav Toshani. All the knowledge that Sri Sanatana Goswami and Rup Goswami directly acquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were broadcast all over the world by the expert service. Sanatana Goswami gave his Vaishnav Toshani commentary to Srila Jiva Goswami for editing. and Srila Jiva Goswami edited this under the name of Laghu Toshani. Whatever he immediately put down in writing was finished in the year 1476 Shaka, AD 1554. Srila Jiva Goswami completed the Laghu Toshani in the year Shakabda 1504. AD 1580. How many years is that? 54 to 82. How many years is that? That's huge time, right? How many years? Almost 30 years, is it?
And 28 years.
No. So can you now just understand, why is it that for so many years we are still studying Prabhupada's books? It took 30 years, right? So we can understand that it's not a small thing to read Prabhupada's books, because in the purport, Prabhupada has put everything, right? He has taken from all the Acharyas' writings and he's put it in simple terms. And then now, every time you listen to a class, you see somebody is giving, elaborating on that particular verse, right? So that's a long time. The subject matter of the Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sri Sanatan Goswami was collected by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami and is known as a Vaishnav Smriti. The Vaishnav Smriti Grantha was finished in 20 chapters known as Vilas. In the first Vilas, there is a description of how a relationship is established between the spiritual master and the disciple, and mantras are explained. In the second Vilas, the process of initiation is described. In the third Vilas, the methods of Vaishnava behavior are given with emphasis on cleanliness, constant remembering of the Supreme Person Godhead, and the chanting of the mantras given by the initiating spiritual master. This is what we are doing, right? First, we approach a spiritual master. We get to know him. He gets to know us. And then finally, okay, let me take Diksha. And then so before I take Diksha, of course, I have to follow certain things. So what should I do? Emphasis on cleanliness. All right. So meaning Kali Yuga, remember, it is one pillar of dharma that is broken. What are the 4 pillars of dharma?
The 4 pillars of dharma.
Satya, Daya, Tapa, Socha.
Yes. So Socha is gone in Kali Yuga, right? So it's really amazing that in India, people still clean their houses inside out every day. I hope you're doing it. But I saw that in every household I saw. It was quite a contrast because all the streets were dirty and stinking, but when you go into people's houses, every single day I saw their cleaning. I hope that doesn't stop. So, yeah, so Socham, cleanliness and personal cleanliness, meaning taking bath at least twice a day, fresh garment every day, all this. Cleanliness, constant remembrance of the Supreme Person. So, meaning by doing our seva, deity seva, cooking for the Lord, right, doing the arti, etc., etc. And mantras are explained. In the second vila, the process of initiation, in the third method, okay, the fourth vilas are descriptions of samskara, the reformatory method. The reformatory method. So what is it? Samskar. What is our samskar? Tilak. The application of 12 tilaks on 12 path places of the body. Mudra, marks on the body. Mala, chanting with beads. Guru Puja, worship of spiritual master. In the fifth vilas, one is instructed on how to make a place to sit for meditation. And there are descriptions of breathing exercises meditation and worship of the Shalagram Shila, representation of Lord Vishnu. In the sixth vilas, the required practices for inviting the transcendental form of the Lord and bathing him are given. It's deity worship. In the seventh vilas, one is instructed on how to collect flowers used for the worship of Lord Vishnu. How to collect flowers, meaning this is also a method. In the eighth vilas, there is a description of the deity and instructions on how to set up incense, light lamps, make offerings, dance, play music, beat drums, garland the deities, offer prayers and obeisances and counteract offenses. You know, those of us who are fortunate enough to come close to temples and be involved with the deity worship, you can learn all this. But remember one thing, because I saw that also happening. You shouldn't put up like double life, you know, meaning that when you're in the temple, you behave in a certain way, you do say, okay, this is time, and then when you go home, you know, you now relax and go back to all our sloppy ways of taking care of the deities. I saw that one, that's why I'm mentioning it. Prabhupada said the temple is a school where you learn, and then you make your home a temple. So this is from the Hari Bhakti Vilas, all this is given. In the 10th Vila, there are descriptions of the devotees of the Lord, Vaishnavas, or saintly persons. In the 11th Vila, there are elaborate descriptions of deity worship and the glories of the holy name. One is instructed on how to chant the holy name of the deity, and there are discussions about offenses committed while chanting the holy name, along with methods for getting relief from such offenses. There are also descriptions of the glories of devotional service and the surrendering process, meaning Atma Nivedanam, Sharanagati. In the 12th Vilas, Ekadashi is described. Now, I think all Indians, they like Ekadashi, right? Everybody? They like Ekadashi. So how to follow is given. In the 13th Vilas, fasting is discussed. And usually in India, they like to fast. Now I'm seeing less and less, they don't want to fast. As well as observance of Mahadwadashi ceremony. In the 14th Vilas, different duties for different months are outlined. Actually, we live such a hectic life, you know, Hare Krishna people. We just finished the 4 months of Chaturmasya. It was so hectic. Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Krishna, Balaram Jayanti. Then came Kartik, and now Prabhupada book marathon. Right? Then will come Sankranti marathon. Right? Then Gaur Purnima. Right? Then Ram Navami. Nrsimhadev Chaturthi. So every month, you know, when we want to make a program, we say, where do we fit in our program? Holiday, 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 you know, this. In the 14 Vilas, different duties for different months are outlined. I remember hearing one lecture, Prabhupada is saying that every month there is some festival, but there were 13 festivals. They didn't know where to fit in that one festival. Something like that. Festival meaning fasting and cleaning and special diet, etc., etc. And feasting, of course, and decorating. I don't know whether I mentioned this to you, but I was here this year in Juhu for Kartik, and it was very, very interesting, extremely interesting to watch all this. So like this, I think there are 5 days festival during Deepavali before and all that, you know. And Deepavali, and I saw the decoration, you know, Radha Rajbihari temple has the top decoration. And I was like shocked. I'm looking at this fabulous decoration. And I realized that actually this is the Ayodhya style of decoration, and it is also like maybe South Indian. I couldn't figure it out, but it was very Aishwarya type, and the style. So I was wondering, my God, these decorators, they know each and every festival. And the contrast was during Jhulan Yatra. I don't know how many of you have been to Juhu during Jhulan Yatra. The type of decoration that they make, you can say it's a different mood. It's very it's Shringar Rasa actually. This Jhulan Yatra, Shringar Rasa, as compared to this Deepavali decoration. So everybody, whatever your, I use the word caste meaning your occupation, right? It's fabulous. It's used in Krishna's service. Yes, so in the 15 vilas, there are instructions on how to observe Ekadashi fasting without even drinking water. Do you know about this? How to observe, which Ekadashi is that?
Nirjala Ekadashi,
Green,
Pandava
green
Nirjala.
Yeah.
So here there are instructions on how you'll be able to do it. And there's one, I came across one, must be a devotee, of course he's a devotee, but he's a naturopath also. So he gave the whole system of how you do it so that you're happy and cool during Nirjala Ekadashi. So here it's given how to observe. So explain the whole bodily system, how it reacts. There are also descriptions of branding the body with the symbols of Vishnu. So remember, that was Gopal Bhatta. He's from South India, right? From this Ramanujacharya. So they brand their bodies. So this description is given. Discussion of Chaturmasya observation during the rainy season, which we just completed. And discussion of Janmashtami, Parshvaikadashi, Shravana Dwadashi, Ramanavami, and Vijay Dashami. So our life is really full. The 16 vilas discusses duties to be observed in the month of Kartik, October, November, or the Damodar month, or Urja, when the lamps are offered in the deity room or above the temple. There are also description of the Govardhan Puja and Rath Yatra. So just today, one devotee, he came with a great excitement and he wanted me to see that he has, Mataji, I have brought Giriraj, now I have Giriraj. So I said, oh, then he put out his mobile and he showed me the picture. So there was beautiful Giriraj and then surrounded by all Shalagram Shila. I asked him, who guided you? Who guided you, right? Giriraj, you know how sweetness Giriraj is, right? So looking, Maharaji, I did. I said, who guided you? I did. Did you ask anybody? Yes, I asked Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he gave permission. Say, who guided you? All right, understand? Understand, it's not a joke. Then I said, did you ask the head pujari? Oh, Maharaji, he will say so many things. And I said, you do by yourself. Be careful. Right? The Rasabhas. So we have seen earlier worship of Shalagram was, mentioned in a different place. And now Govardhan Puja. And Rath Yatra, the 17 vilas discusses preparation for deity worship, Mahamantra chanting, the process of japa. In the 18th vilas, the different forms of Sri Vishnu are described. See, in the 18th vilas, the different forms of Sri Vishnu are it's not all one. All right, it's not all one. Even though it's the same Krishna expanded in so many. It's one, not many, it's one. But at the same time, it's not all one. The mood, the method, the likings, right? Actually, when this devotee show me, how he has, I guess he would just pour water. That would be, I'm sure this is what, anyway, I can't really say. He would just put everybody in one thali and pour water, Giriraj and Shalagam, everybody one time, everything over. So I remember was, I went to my Guru Maharaj ashram, and he has Giriraj, Gandharvika Giriraj, and I brought my Giriraj also. So I thought that, okay, he has Giriraj and I have Giriraj, so I'm going to put both together on the same table, and then one time it's done, Giriraj Puja. Oh my God, I couldn't do. When I actually started the worship, I realized my Guru Maharaj Giriraj is different from my Giriraj. It's amazing. It's amazing. Then I had to do his, which takes, like 2 hours. Then I had to do mine, which takes another 2 hours or so. So those who are worshipping, they know it's not all one. Even I have Giriraj and one Shalagram, they came chupke, they hid themselves in one bag and they were left behind on the Howrah station. And, my good fortune, they came, but I was shocked when I saw one Giriraj and one Shalagram. What to do? I almost fainted. Anyway, I can 100% say Giriraj is different from Shalagram. So here, so the 17th Vilas discusses preparations for deity worship, Mahamantra chanting and the process of japa. In the 18th Vilas, the different forms of Shiv Vishnu are described. The 19th Vilas discusses the establishment of the deity, Murti Sthapana, and the rituals observed in bathing the deity before installation. The 20th Vilas discusses the construction of temples, referring to those constructed by the great devotees. The details of the Hari Bhakti Vilas Granth are given by Shri Krishnadas Goswami in Madhya Lila 24.329 to 345. The descriptions given in those verses by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami are actually a description of those portions compiled by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the regulative principles of devotional service compiled by Gopal Bhatta Goswami do not strictly follow our Vaishnava principles. Actually, Gopal Bhatta Goswami collected only a summary of the elaborate descriptions of Vaishnava regulative principles from Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami's opinion, however, that to follow the Hari Bhakti Vilas strictly is to actually follow the Vaishnava rituals in perfect order. He claimed that the Smarta Samaj, which is strictly followed by caste by Brahmanas, has influenced portions that Gopal Bhatta Goswami collected from the original Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is therefore very difficult to find out Vaishnava directions from the book of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. It is better to consult the commentary made by Sanatan Goswami himself for the Hari Bhakti Vilas under the name of Digdarshini Tika. Some say that the same commentary was compiled by Gopinath Puja Adhikari, who was engaged in the service of Sri Radha Ramananji and who happened to be one of the disciples of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Regarding, so we understand this Hari Bhakti Vilas. Oh my God, everybody switched off the video. Something happened or what? Regarding the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, there are two parts, both of which deal with the discharge of devotional service. The first part is an analytical study of devotional service, in which there is also a description of different planets, including the earth, the heavenly planets, Brahmalok and Vaikuntha-lok. There are also a description of the devotees, including intimate devotees, most intimate devotees, and complete devotees. The second part describes the glories of the spiritual world, known as Golok Mahatmya Nirupana, as well as the process of renunciation of the material world. It also describes real knowledge, devotional service, the spiritual world, love of Godhead, attainment of life's destination, and the bliss of the world. In this way, there are 7 chapters in each part, 14 chapters in all. The Dashama Tippani is a commentary on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Another name for this commentary is Brihad Vaishnav Toshani Tika. In the Bhakti Ratnakar, it is said that the Dashama Tippani was finished in 1476 Shakabda, AD 1554. Yes, Amrita Radhe.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sorry. Actually, I was very intrigued by your pastime of how Giriraj and Shaligram came to you. So maybe whenever you have time, could you please
Yes,
discuss
our
in
time is
detail?
over now. Our time is
Yeah,
over.
maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, it was in the famous Mayapur trip, coming back from Mayapur. And we went the bus and we came down from the bus. And somebody told one devotee in our group, please take out his bag. So we were waiting at the railway station and he never came back. So we took the bag. We took the bag to on the railway station. We saw some devotees. Please check whose bag is. So we opened. When we opened, we saw Giriraj. So that insignificant bag suddenly became extremely precious, right? And Giriraj was in there. So with all care, we took the bag. We came here to Juhu. And when we opened more, we saw 1 shalagram. So it was Giriraj and 1 shalagram. So that's what happened. And then,
They came to you.
well, they didn't come to me anyway. I was scared and I wanted to give them away. But then, Brajhari Prabhu told me, Mataji, you worship. And Shridhar Maharaj, Siddhartha Maharaj, he was head pujari. I gave him, Prabhu, please put on Ras Bihari altar. No, Mataji, you worship. So that's how, I was dying. I was scared, totally scared. But they are here and they're listening now, the story.
Jai, Haribol.
All right, so that was very interesting, right? My God, this is our whole life described in this one text 35. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.